Hello student, welcome to biology class. And in previous video lecture we were discussing about the experiment done by Mendel's and his conclusions on the basis of that experiment to create the law of inheritance. So we have discussed about the one law generated by the Mendel through his experiment, and that was the law of dominance. Now we will discuss in this video lecture about the next law related to the experiment, that is monohybrid cross, and that is the law of segregation or law of purity of gametes. Now first let us draw the flow chart for the experiment, and then we will calculate or we will find out the law of segregation or law of purity of gametes on the basis of that flow chart. So when we cross by taking the parental generation, in the parental generation, the two parents consisting tall plant and the dwarf plant. So first Mendel was crossing between these two parents. So the crossing takes place after gamete formation. So there are two gametes and both are similar. The gametes of first parent, that is capital T, and gametes of second parent, that is small t, small t. So these are gametes. So after the fusion of gametes, we find out the offspring, and all the offspring are of similar type. It means they find out only tall plant, all the plants were tall. So this is the first experiment, and the product is known as F1 generation. The crossing resulted in the formation of F1 generation. Then he use then he perform the process of self-healing to find out the F2 generation. So for F2 generation, they take the parent plants from the F1 generation. It means they create parent plant as F1 generation. So for F1 generation, male, suppose this is the male, and they have capital T, small t gene, and in the female there is capital T, small t gene. So using chessboard method, we can find out the F2 generation. So in F2 generation, we will find the ratio of these genes in various form. So we will represent first gamete. So these are the gametes, and these are also represent gametes. So the gametes of male will be capital T and small t, and here also the gametes will be capital T, small t. Both have the similar gametes. So first, if the capital T gametes or the gamete containing capital T of male fuse with the gametes containing capital T of female, then the product will be capital T, or the zygote containing capital T, capital. Then the second possibility of capital T small t. Then third possibility of capital T small t. And the fourth possibility is small t small t. So here the F2 generation or the result of F2 generation is here. This is the F2 generation. And in F2 generation, the phenotype is, we will study the phenotype and genotype. So what is phenotype and what is genotype? So first let us define it. What is genotype and what is phenotype? So phenotype is the physical appearance of a particular gene, and while the genotype is the genetic appearance, that means the gene appearance of the particular characteristics or particular traits. So in F2 generation of monohybrid cross, the phenotype will be 3:1 because the three three product responsible for tallness, means here is the gene that showing tall features, and it is also, this gene is also responsible for tallness. This gene is also responsible for tallness, while the last gene is responsible for dwarfness. It means the dwarf gene or the dwarf character of the pea plant will only show when the recessive gene or the gene of dwarfness come in homozygous condition. So I hope you will be understood homozygous and heterozygous. In heterozygous and homozygous, the tall plant can represent itself in both the condition, homozygous as well as heterozygous, but dwarf plant can only represent in homozygous condition. So we can easily see from this result there are three ratio of the plant will be the tall plant, while only one ratio of plant will be dwarf size. So here the phenotype represented as 3:1 in F2 generation of monohybrid cross, while the genotype will be, so in genotype we can observe one is homozygous tall, two is heterozygous tall, and one is homozygous dwarf. So we can write the genotype as 1:2:1 because from the result we can find out that one is for homozygous tall and two is for heterozygous tall, while the last one is for homozygous dwarf. So this is the final result or result of F2 generation of monohybrid cross, and we have discussed about law of dominance from the result in F1 generation. So from the F2 generation we can find out the second law of inheritance or Mendel's second law. So we can say Mendel's second law, or it can also be known as law of segregation, or it can also be known as law of purity of gametes. So there are three names given for the second law of Mendel's second law of inheritance. So what is the law stated on the basis of the result in F2 generation? Because in F1 generation we have calculated the one law, that is law of dominance. So we can easily observe that one of the traits, that is the trait of dwarfness, which only appear in parental generation. This trait becomes disappear in F1 generation, or in F1 generation according to law of dominance. It is said that the trait of tallness hides the feature or hides the trait of dwarfness. So all the plants or all the seed formed in F1 generation from the plants of parental generation, they grow the plant with tall height only, not a single seed able to produce a dwarf plant. It means that the traits of dwarfness becomes dominated by the trait of tallness. So this trait do not appear, but in F2 generation we can see that during gamete formation these traits are the genes. It is a clear concept that a single gene comes from each parent to make the zygote. So here we can easily observe that there are two gametes from the male, capital T, small t, and in female it is also capital T, small t. It means during gamete formation these genes become separate, become segregated, and these genes when fused together, so one ratio of the dwarfness gene also appear in F2 generation. It means during the transfer of gene from parents to offspring, the gene becomes separate, or in other words, we can say that the gene which becomes high during the F1 generation, they become separate because due to they remain pure. During their inheritance, they remain pure. They do not mix with each other, or they do not mix with their alternate gene. So, according to this law, the gametes or the gene becomes separate during gamete formation. And this is because, so this is one form of law of segregation, and we can also say this law as the purity of gametes or law of purity of gametes. So when we can say that law of purity of gametes, so in other words this law also stated, so the gene becomes separated during gamete formation. This is this statement showing the law of segregation. So how we can say this law as the law of purity of gamete? So in other word, no gene get mixed with other gene, they remain pure during their inheritance. So during the inheritance of the gene, no any gene get mixed and make a different trait or different feature. That means the gene remain pure during their inheritance, and this is why law of segregation is also known as law of purity of gametes. It means in gametes or the gametes remain pure related to their gene, because from the result we can see that the gene of dwarfness which becomes disappear in F1 generation. In F1 generation, no any seed or no any plant appear the characteristic of dwarfness, but this feature of dwarfness again reappearing F2 generation as 1 ratio. So from this result we can easily conclude the law of segregation or law of purity of gametes. So this is all about the law of segregation or law of purity of gametes, or second law of inheritance given by Mendel's. Now the next is the law of independent assortment, or Mendel's third law of inheritance, and we will discuss it with the help of dihybrid cross.